All right. So honestly, pretty much the one scenario that we had pretty much talked about on Friday was whether or not we were going to. Hopefully, you guys didn't hear that. Was that we would pretty much expect, a reaction off of the POI that we had mentioned on DXY and EU, right? So, so the reaction has already occurred, right? The move itself has occurred and it has failed, right? And by that I mean, obviously our preliminary leg, right? The leg that got us into the POI was taken away, meaning now, right, the reaction has been confirmed, right? You could see that order flow is present in the form of inefficiency fill, invalidation at the high. That is driving price and caused the reaction into the downside, right? And now what I am seeing relative equal lows. All right, 1, 2, 3. This one technically would be a liquidity grab, but you could even say that's all 4 relative equal lows, right? However, we have relative equal lows, but our internal structure is bullish and our reaction has already occurred. So I'm going to pretty much retract this there. So just judging where the reaction has occurred, I don't really want to refer to this area for a reaction up here. I'm more so looking to see whether this is obviously going to give you any type of transition into the downside, which would target those relative equal lows. But because, when we zoom out, nothing has really happened over the past, what is that now? Pretty much a month now. It's about to be in 3 days, it'll be a month, right? This is kind of why I'm trying to just stay away for pretty much the rest of the year, like I said, into probably the second week of January, just because I want to let this play itself out. I want to see this entire range play itself out, right? I don't really care about the moves internally, just because we are technically within no man's land when we're looking at the two exterior highs and lows. Exterior highs and lows, right? We have not created a new high from our pushes. We have also not created a new high with our pushes, meaning we're stuck within the range. So this is technically no man's land. So from an overall perspective, right now, right, I would like to see us show our hand to either the high or the low, right? I don't necessarily want to force anything internally. When you realistically, you could, just being 100% honest, you probably could. And I know that you guys can, because you guys are obviously still, some of you guys are still trading this year, and which is completely okay. I have no objection to that. You're 100% responsible for your executions. So me though, from a overall perspective, trying to judge what direction I will take, or what direction this will take, for the next 3-4 months, because we are obviously, this is a month-long, it could be reaccumulation distribution, but this month-long range is going to give us a pretty big move, right? Just as we've seen before. For example, these ranges, although this was much more structured, this was still a bit over a month, 40 days. Then here, another range, about 3 months, right? And even here, another range, a month, right? These consolidations of price will usually generate a type of move. Now, considering this is not as anywhere near as structured as our previous ranges, where you could see, the highs, new highs come up, lower highs, internal structure, whereas this is technically just no man's land, right? That's why I'm not really trying to trade within the range as we have for the previous 6 to 8 to 9 months. So now, like I said, I want to see what happens with this, right? But if I had to judge a direction, just merely guessing, before today I would have said down. right? Because I did like seeing, you know, this move show its hand. I like seeing the liquidity be taken here, and the mitigation would have created a good move to the downside. But because internally, right, we have now seen this bullish run, right, we have now seen essentially a decline in price, and you could even see, right, the corrective structure here, and that could easily give you some more upside momentum. But like I said, I'm done for the year. I'm good. I'm gonna wait for this, you know, see what happens in 2-3 weeks time. Same here with EU. The one scenario that we had mentioned was whether we were going to react from the POI, and as you can see, it was actually at 50%. I'm pretty sure there's something internally as well. Would have been essentially the inefficiency high to low, 50%, right there, right? And you obviously see the transition, continuation BOS, right? Potential hedge position if you were short previously. But just as we mentioned with DXY, this is not showing as much. It's not showing as much considering it has already been 3 days since our last Zoom. We have really only moved, because right here, we did the Zoom around here. We're pretty much right around where we were on Friday, except we now have the reaction in play. However, the reaction, right, has created unwillingness internally. Right, where the internal structure, low to high, break of structure, right, discount, impulse to the upside, did not clear our previous high. That broke internal structure, which could be seen as unwillingness, and this could be a recovery of the unwillingness to continue lower. So technically, momentum is, or current structure, internal structure, is down. So now whether we're going to react from the POI again, which isn't something I would rely on, and it's really hard to judge a POI over here just because of how, you know, how many wicks we see here. Even if we dive deeper, I mean, that's not that much right here. The only reasonable POI that stands out would be here, right? But that would be extremely deep retracement, and if we come down here, I would only expect more downside momentum. So for now, all I can really make in terms of a judgment, in terms of intraday direction, would be a bearish movement, just because we haven't seen the sign of bullishness that we want. If I want to be bullish, I would have wanted this reaction to clear new highs, right? Immediately, not create a solidified high, which would be unwillingness internally, and then break structure to the downside, meaning we are still bearish. And especially with how we're looking now, it's, you know, we've tried challenging these highs, but we just haven't been successful. But we have cleared lows. Even though it was technically a liquidity grab, we have cleared lows, right? And now internally, we are clearing lows. So the only reasonable judgment I can make is more downside. Especially now, let's actually look at our daily as well. With our daily closure from yesterday and today potentially, right? Looks like we do want to start being bearish. Just, you know, just being honest. It looks like even based on our weekly, right, bearish engulfing, if this closes relatively around its closure, I would really more so favor those downside movements, and I would be aiming for previous liquidity, which is about 100 pips away from current price. But yeah, I mean, if I'm being 100% honest, I didn't expect this move to really come this late in the year, because this move did take what? Yeah, right around 7 months, right around 7 months. Right, the second half of the year, we were expecting to see a lot more bullish momentum, but unfortunately, right, I don't know if I'm pretty sure we talked about this closure that would show us bearishness. This was back in April, so right around June Zooms, I'm pretty sure we mentioned something about that. And now with the 12-month closure, yeah, not looking good. not looking good. If you told me a year ago we would probably close like this, I probably wouldn't agree. But yeah, might expect some choppiness over the next couple weeks. But we should see some very good moves next year. But yeah, with that being said, I mean, AU done nothing as well. Nothing. Right, just ranging, cleared a previous low, bullish liquidity grab internally, internal bullish structure. But if you dive in deeper, it really doesn't look like this wants to continue much higher. Especially with how choppy this has been. What is this, like not even 20 pips? 36 pips for about 40 pips. This one too, from a daily perspective. Yeah, I would more so argue a bearishness, just looking at 100% liquidity here. Clear a high, then clear a low. Expecting more bearishness, just expecting the continuation, as we should. Same thing on this one, same thing. I won't expect any bullishness until we clear some decent highs, which this would be here, right? Unless we obviously react off a POI, and this is a GBP. However, I wouldn't really like to see their preliminary leg, you know, really be taken out, because then we would need a bearish transition here if we were to react from a POI. But I mean, there's really not much to talk about, you know, unless we want to talk about the internal intraday plays, right? There isn't really much else to say in terms of an overall direction, just because we have been so choppy, right? Pretty much the entire month, the entire previous month as well, right? Pretty much midway through November up until now, been super choppy. Stuck in a range of what, 300 pips? Yeah, 330 pips. But yeah, has anybody taken any trades this week? Is anybody still trading? Is anybody planning on continuing trading? Because I know there's a couple of you that trade obviously cryptos, and I would say December doesn't even affect that, to be honest. Oops, wrong button. Has anybody taken any trades this week? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, honestly, in terms of currency, there isn't really much. Yeah, you take it 20 trades. Okay, bro. You're only holding EU by Friday? Yeah. But are you bearish or are you bullish? Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Bullish one on GU. Yeah, it's so hard, bro, to want, you know, to be bullish. I mean, I'm pretty sure there have been some solid intraday trades. Yeah, there's solid intraday trades. But in terms of wanting to take a longer term position, that bearish bias will probably be more fit. Cool. Does anybody have anything they want to show me, questions they want to talk about, or are we just gonna end off the year like this? But yeah, I mean, understandable that nobody's really trading right now. Can you see EG? Can you tell me what you see on EG? Because, oh my goodness. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. I would say bearish for the short term, unless you react here. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, what is there to say about this? It's the same thing as GU, just inverted. Well, not even inverted per se, but just choppiness. This is untradable in my eyes. Extremely choppy. From a swing perspective, of course, but internally is a lot of choppiness, but I'm pretty sure there has been structured order flow, structured order flow, structured order flow. Choppy. But yeah, I don't know what you expect me to, or what you're expecting me to say with this. Is there anything you want me to see with this? What am I looking at? Cool. Does anybody else have any questions? I'm gonna just ignore that. Does anybody have any more questions? Next webinar, second week of January. Yeah. What was the exact date I said on Tuesday? Was it the 14th? Yeah, it was the 14th. Yeah. It would be the 14th. So that is about 1, 2, 3.5, pretty much 3.5 weeks. But yeah, does anybody have any more questions? Yeah, man, enjoy the holidays. What, Christmas coming up, whatever you celebrate. Yeah, man, been a good year. A lot of new people in here. But yeah, I mean, I guess we can end it off here. No questions from anybody, no concerns. I have a couple of Discord messages that I'm going to get to. Can you show your Bison GU? Yeah. There are a few DMs that I need to get to, but also this week will be the last week I'm taking journals until until the 14th. On the 14th, you guys can send journals again. But in between, I believe it's the 24th on Friday. Is it the 24th? Yeah, the 24th. Will be the last day I take journals until January 14th. So are you gonna show us, or what am I waiting for?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
1 minute.
Cool. What do you want, this time frame, or do you want me to change time frame?
Yeah, I can show there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Can I write there?
Mm-hmm.
So what I see.
Mm-hmm. Internal. Mm-hmm.
Can you go five minutes? 15.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, look at this. So you can see right now. Actually, no, let me 1 second. This right now. Inefficiency fill, right? Currently there is bearish order flow. Where's this? There's technically bearish order flow right now based on, right, liquidity grab there, right? So if you do get that break of structure here, then yes, I would be bullish because that is order flow disruption. Because let's look at this. Yeah. Yeah, I see the bearish transition, but it doesn't look like this is going to give you much of a reaction to the downside. It looks more like it wants to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if that happens, then you are now solidified high, solidified range. Then that means you are now in a bullish liquidity grab, meaning that would happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But unless you get this break, then, you know, wherever the momentum shows you pretty much.
Yes. Play what we see, right?
Mm-hmm. So as of now, I would say there is no trade, but if you do get that break, then yeah, I would agree. If you get this break here.
Yes, I'm moving one.
Mm-hmm. Well, are you already in buys?
Sorry?
Are you already in buys?
Yeah. I picked the low.
You picked the low. Let's see. Where exactly?
1 minute.
In what? But where though? Here? Here?
No. The second one.
This one?
No.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So you took continuation BOS, low momentum, what, POI or reaction?
I think it's in 10 minutes, 50% inefficiency.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 10 minute. Mm-hmm.
And I believe because solidified low in 1 hour.
Yeah.
I get the trade to the premium.
Mm-hmm. I see. That makes sense. That makes sense. I like the momentum here that they showed you. But now what is that momentum based on? We didn't clear a new high. I mean, technically you could say that's short-term unwillingness.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. Solid. I mean, that's what, 40, 20, 30 pips? Yeah.
One.
About 30 pips. Ish, yeah. Not bad. And there is a POI here too. Yeah, not bad. High risk, I will say.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty good trade. Yeah, pretty good trade. H1 wick. Pretty good trade.
Sorry?
Pretty good trade, yeah. But now what I don't like, bro. This is the one thing I don't like. liquidity grab, right?
Yeah.
So technically, even if you get up here, then you're technically still bearish.
Yeah, I know. I just
Yeah, you're just doing an intraday. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
4 hours inefficiency.
Mm-hmm. 4 hour. But yeah, but that's good. Yeah, I see. You're talking about this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see what you see. Talking about the inefficiency. I'm just right out of line right there. Yeah, I agree. And that is looking at potentially a big move. I just don't like how choppy we've been. But yeah, hey Joel, how long have you been in the group again? Because we have some new guys in here, I think. Do we have some new guys in here?
5 months, I think.
It's been 5 months already? Yeah, it's been around there. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
Do I have any new people in here? I don't think I do. By new, I mean like within a month. No, it doesn't look like it. A lot of you have already been in here for a minute. But no, yeah, because the one thing oh, actually, let me ask you something, Joel. Is what was your thought on the first process? Because I remember, no, I wouldn't say we had issues with it, but I think not many people agree with it.
Can you repeat?
Okay, what was your thought on the initial process, step 1?
The process it's okay. The journals, because I'm a little lazy, I just start journaling now because I did a lot of trades. Now I reduce my trades, so I can journal.
Nice.
And the process, I think it's okay. I think it's very good.
Perfect. Yeah, I know English isn't your best, bro, but I get what you're saying.
I understand. I can speak a little.
But yeah, bro. I guess we can end it off here unless you have some more questions. Yeah, man. I wish everybody is safe. Happy holidays. Enjoy your time. Get off the charts. You know, remember who you do it for. Remember why you do it. But yeah, man. With that being said, we've concluded another year. Right? A couple of you guys have been in here since last year, so it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. And now hopefully we can kill it one more year. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for hopping on, and I'll see you guys the 14th. Yeah, man, been a pleasure. Yeah, man, I'm going to answer DMs soon. I promise. So much stuff has came up in the personal life. But yeah, I'm gonna answer these messages. I hate waiting so long on them.